Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Oh, this video, we're going to talk about something pretty big going on in my life right now. I'm going to share details with you that I have not shared with you guys yet. And I'm going to be completely transparent and vulnerable. I'm going to put myself out there. Because I do believe that there are many of us that struggle with this, and I want all of you to know that you're not alone and that we can overcome anything when we use God's strength. So let's get into the video now. We're going to talk about my drinking problem. Let's go. Alright guys, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm the incredible shrinking Steffi. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, be a part of my journey, and allow me to be a part of yours. This channel is my journey to lose a total of 200 pounds from my highest weight of 374. I've battled with obesity and food addiction my entire life ever since I was a little girl. And so I am documenting my weight loss journey on this channel and sharing with you guys everything that I go through when, trying to lose weight and trying to dig into the mental part. Oh, the mental challenges. That's really what it is all about. We really need to fix the mental issues before we fix the physical issues, or as we fix the physical issues, because it really all starts up here. So I talk a lot about mindset. I talk a lot about the mental struggles. And yeah, we take this journey together. I'm very real, very upfront with you guys, even when it's really hard for me to do that. I share everything with you because I just feel it's really, really important to just put myself out there, talk about my struggles, talk about my addictions, because, oh man, they're real, right? They are real, and we're human. And so we need to work through them together. And I really want you to know that you're not alone. I've said that a million times before, but you're not. We are not alone when we go through these struggles together. So if that interests you, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, I have a support group on Facebook, The Shrinkables. Come join us over there. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. All of that is down below. So before we get into the video, I just wanted to mention that I am doing a keto egg fast very soon. I mentioned it in my last video that I wanted to do an egg fast soon, and a few of you did say that you wanted to join in with me, so I just wanted to mention it in this video that I'm going to be starting on Thursday, February 29th. So my results video isn't going to be out until Friday, so you guys weren't going to get it. So I just wanted to let you guys know I'm doing the egg fast starting Thursday, the 29th, if you want to join in. I'm not waiting until Monday. I do have a dinner date with a friend next week, so I didn't want to, have to order eggs. But so I'm going to do it starting Thursday. If you guys want to wait until Monday, feel free to do that. Sometimes, weekdays are better for you. Can't do it on the weekends. Totally understand. So whatever works for you, for those of you who do want to join in on this egg fast. If you are not aware of what an egg fast is, I have a video explaining what it is, who should do it, why you should do it, all the rules that go along with it, how much I lost, and some tips and some egg fast recipes in that one as well. I also have a playlist filled with egg fast videos, what I eat, how I keep it interesting, how much I lost, how I feel, and also some tips for you guys. So make sure to check that out if you are interested in doing the keto egg fast with me. I just feel like I'm holding on to some bloat, started my period, and so I just want to flush it out. And I love to do these little fasts here and there. They're fantastic tools to keep us going on this weight loss journey. So yeah, comment down below if you are joining in with me. But February 29th, that's when we're starting, or whenever you want. All right, guys, so, let's go, right? Let's just get into it. Come on, Steffi, let's go. Wake up. All right. So this video is not an easy video to make, but God has been, he has been on me for a long time, and he is so incredibly patient. Oh, I would never be as patient with myself as he is. So I have made videos talking about my drinking problem. And when I say drinking problem, I have a very bad habit of drinking at night. And so I am a very busy mom. I have a very chaotic life. It's not as chaotic as it was before. And when I was going through like the most chaotic part of my life and trying to tackle like everything else around it, I broke down. I absolutely broke down in 2022. And so I spent years of just trying to be this person for everybody. And I put so much pressure on myself, and I just kept beating myself, down into the ground over and over and over again, thinking that I was strong enough, not leaning on God for strength. And so I just tried to do everything myself, and eventually I fell apart. And so I had been drinking during that time, but it was never really a problem. I didn't think so. I would just have a couple drinks at night just to unwind and call it good. Like my kids would go to bed and just unwind and just like relieve the stress, relax. And it was just that time at night was just so important to me. And so in 2022, I broke down. And I hit depression in the fall of 2022. And so I had decided to do my own personalized 75 hard at that time. If you guys remember, I filmed all of that. And so I decided to quit alcohol as well. And so I made a video talking about my drinking problem. And I decided to just quit. But I was going to do it for my 75 hard. So I had it in my head that, I can start drinking again at night, after my 75 hard. But let's just quit, let's just quit now and just do it for the challenge. But I knew I needed to. Prior to that, years, let me add, God has been speaking to me a lot about it. It's like every time that I would listen to a message or read a devotion or something, anytime that, I would read something, I felt convicted about alcohol. So I know that He has been telling me for a long time that it's just not what I should be doing at night. It's not how I should be spending my nights. And at that time, like it really didn't seem like a problem to me. Then I hit depression in 2022. And it was then that the drinking at night became a real problem. So I started drinking again after the 75 hard had ended. I quit early. My Grammy had actually passed away at that time. And so I ended up just ending the challenge early. And so I started drinking again. And the drinking never interfered with my weight loss. And I think that is a huge reason why I kept drinking, is because I was still losing weight. I was still crushing my goals. I was still getting to where I needed to be, and doing what I was supposed to do. But spending my nights at night getting drunk, it reached that point. It wasn't just, getting a buzz or just like relaxing or, just unwinding and then just going to bed. No, it became a real problem. And I began drinking more. My tolerance level got higher and higher and higher. And so I would make my drinks stronger. And there were some nights that I would black out. I wouldn't even remember doing something. And then most mornings I wake up in the morning and I'm trying to piece together things that happened the night before. Like my memory just left and I wasn't remembering my nights. And, things that I would do with my husband. We would hang out and I wouldn't remember. We would have conversations that I don't remember. And so this went on for years. I mean, what is it? It's February 2024 and I started heavily drinking at night at the end of 2022, which is weird because 2023 rocked, right? Like if you remember, I hit so many goals in 2023. And while I was crushing my weight loss goals and I was crushing my mindset goals, like I was overcoming that piece, here I was destroying the body that I was trying to repair on the other side. And I would wake up with bruises on my body from falling the night before. Like it really got to that point. It got really bad. And most times I would control my eating at night, which blows my mind. It's like, how do you control your eating when you're drinking? You know, like, because a lot of people will just snack. And don't get me wrong, I definitely had my times where if I would drink too much, I'd find evidence in the pantry. There would be like chips on the ground, or like veggie straws were always my go-to. And I'd find like veggie straw crumbs, like some crazy hungry animal broke into our pantry and got into all of our chips. Like, it's just insane. And so that's the only way I would know if I ate the night before, is I would see the evidence on the floor or open bags, you know, of chips. And so I felt very convicted, you know, that this was just not good. And I never shared like the details with you guys, especially over the last year, of how bad it got. And it got to the point where it's just like, okay, this has got to stop. You know, it's like, at what point am I going to stop? You know, what example am I setting for my children? Like, right now, they go to bed. They don't see me drink at night. I never drink in front of them. I'm not a day drinker or anything like that. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't get triggered with, you know, sips of alcohol. But I created this horribly unhealthy habit at night of drinking until getting drunk and sometimes blacking out. And soon, my kids are going to be staying up later and later and later, and they're going to see that. They're going to see their mom get drunk at night. Now, like I said, my life isn't as chaotic as it was, and I went through like the craziness, and I relied on alcohol to take me away from that. And I say that I'm not addicted to alcohol because I truly am not addicted to alcohol, but I am definitely addicted to the way that alcohol makes me feel. And so I clung on to the escape. I desperately just wanted to run away. I'm a runner, guys. We know this. We talk about this all the time. I like to run away from anything that's hard. I like to run away from pain. I like to run away from anything that's going to make me feel any kind of discomfort, run away from stress. And so alcohol was my escape at night. And so I would just run away. And so I've been talking to my therapist about it, and she had said, you know, like, what exactly are you trying to escape? You know, at this point, what are you trying to escape from? And so it made me realize, like, why can't I enjoy my nights alone? The kids go to bed. I get my, you know, mama and daddy time. We play games and hang out. Sometimes if he has to wake up early in the morning, he goes to bed early. I can watch TV. I can hang out. Like, I can just chill. It has just become a bad habit for me where I'm just so used to drinking at night that it's just something that I do every single night, that it's just, I'm used to it. It's familiar to me, right? Just like grabbing food, grabbing comfort food, right? Like, it's just familiar to us. It becomes a bad habit. So, of course, God's telling me, okay, you got to quit drinking. You got to quit drinking. You got to quit drinking at night. Okay, God, I will. Okay, God, I will. Okay, God, I will. Fast forward a couple years. Yeah. Bad Steffi. I got sick. We got sick recently with RSV or COVID. They didn't test us. They just treated the kids for the bronchitis that they got. But I think it was COVID. And so I developed this sore throat after I got sick. It was after I started to recover, I got a sore throat. And then all of a sudden I felt like I had something in my throat. And it was just like this weird feeling that I had never felt before. And so it wasn't going away. Like, the sore throat lasted for over 2 weeks. And so I was just like, okay, my husband kept bugging me. You need to call the doctor. You need to get it checked out. And so I went in and got it checked out. And of course I Googled it, right? And throat cancer, you know, like, you gotta love Google. It's gonna freak you out. And so I looked it up, you know, throat cancer. Great, throat cancer. What's the cause of throat cancer? Excessive alcohol use. So, I mean, like, all of these things are just going through my head, and I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, just, it's kind of scaring me a little bit, which I needed. And so I ended up going to the doctors to get it checked out, and he couldn't see, you know, anything. So obviously it was like lower, it was down in there. And so then they tested my blood pressure, and they tested it a couple times, and he's like, do you normally have high blood pressure? And I'm like, no, I usually never have high blood pressure. And he was like, oh, he's like, how many times did they test it? And I said 2. And he's like, like he seemed like very concerned. And my blood pressure was 150 over 100. And it's never been that high. Never. What causes high blood pressure? Excessive alcohol use, which of course a lot of things can cause high blood pressure. You know, it could have been my nerves there at the doctor's, my kids drove me crazy. But I don't know. I think like these were all just little signs that God was like putting in front of my face. Like if you don't smarten up, these things will happen. Like what are you doing? What are you doing to your body right now? It's not worth it. And so I feel like he put like this fear inside of me, this necessary fear that told me like, okay, it's time. It is time. Like I need to do something about this. And so I'm like, all right, let's do it. And I kept having it in my head that, you know, I needed something to replace it. I have to have something to replace it at night because I'm so used to it. It's been years, you know, with a couple breaks here and there, but like it's been years that I have been drinking at night and I'm so used to it. I'm so used to having a drink in my hand. And so I decided to quit drinking. I decided to quit drinking at night. And the first night, I have to tell you, oh, it honestly sucked. It sucked. Because I felt completely lost. You know, I felt like I didn't know what to do because I'm so used to drinking at night. I'm so used to just putting the kids to bed, you know, making my first drink, and then just see ya. There I go. You know, it's just become this habit that I'm so used to. And so that first night I felt so completely lost and didn't sleep that great. I kept waking up throughout the night. And that was a big reason too that I kept drinking, is because I have a really hard time falling asleep. And so the alcohol would make me pass out. But of course I don't sleep well through the night because I'm up constantly to go pee or whatever. You know, it's just keeping me up throughout the night. So I don't sleep well. I don't wake up rested. So that was another thing. I knew that I was going to have a hard time falling asleep, which I did. And I just kept waking up throughout the night because my body wasn't used to it. My body wasn't used to no alcohol. And another thing, I was really worried about the withdrawal symptoms, especially how much I have been drinking over the last year and a half. I was really worried about the withdrawal symptoms because they can be pretty scary. And so I prayed like crazy. I'm like, okay, God, we're going to do this together, right? You say you're with me. You say you're beside me. I'm going to lean on you for strength here because I can't do this alone. I need your help. I need this to be semi-easy for me, right? Like I need your strength because mine is not good enough. I need your strength. And man, I don't think that I have ever leaned on God for strength more than I did with this. Even with my food addiction, even with, you know, like losing weight and reaching goals and my weight loss journey, I have never leaned on God as much as I did for this. And what a difference it has made. I mean, I have had absolutely no withdrawal symptoms, not even one, which I am really surprised I didn't get headaches. But that is comforting because I know that my body isn't physically dependent on alcohol, which is good. But of course the behavior, and that's what I said, like I'll change the behavior. You take the symptoms, I'll change the behavior. Changing the behavior is hard. It is hard because it's just creating those new habits. And so when I was talking to my therapist about it, I said, you know, I need something to replace it. I need something to replace it so that I feel almost close to the same as I did. She told me to stop expecting to feel the same because it's not going to feel the same. It's going to feel completely different. It's going to be different. And I have to get used to that different. And so that kind of woke me up too, like, okay, it's not going to be the same as feeling that escape, feeling that, you know, running away. I get to be present. I get to be here. I get to enjoy my nights and remember them. How cool is that, you know? So I had to change my expectations. I had to believe in myself a little bit more. So that night I made myself feel better by saying, okay, well, maybe I need to wean off of the alcohol, you know? Maybe I can go one night and then buy another bottle. When that's gone, then go 2 nights, then buy another bottle, then go 3 nights, and just kind of wean off. That helped my mindset because it was kind of like I was still hanging on to something. Like, okay, well, I don't have to actually never drink at night again, you know? So it helped me get through that first night. When I woke up the next morning, I didn't sleep that great that night, but oddly, I did feel a little more rested than I usually do. There was no part of me that wanted to buy another bottle. Like, I had gotten through that first night. And I said to myself, why would I want to do that again? Why would I want to keep doing that again and again? Like, I got through that first night. It's only going to get easier from here on. It's just about creating those good, healthy habits to replace the bad habits, right? We just have to create those good habits. And so the second night was a little rough. It was still emotional. It's like, I'm just so used to it. Like, it's just so familiar to me. And so, you know, it's a lot like our food addiction too, or the habits that we have created with our food, our diet. We're so used to it. We are so used to just grabbing those comfort foods to make us feel better, to run away from whatever emotion you're feeling, right? And so we just have to know that we can do this. You know, we can break free from these addictions. We can, but we need to realize that we are not strong enough to do it on our own. We need God's strength. I know I did. You know, like I needed God's strength to do this. And so it was last Saturday that I quit drinking. And so it has been a week and 2 days. So by the time you guys see this, it'll be a week and 4 days if I get this out on Wednesday. And I have to tell you, I feel amazing. I feel absolutely amazing. I never had any withdrawal symptoms, so I didn't have to deal with any of that. It was just getting used to my new nights. And I only had 3 nights of like discomfort. Now it's like I look forward to my nights, but I am snacking at night, which frustrates me. I'm staying low carb. It's all keto friendly, low carb. I was on carnivore, so I was like snacking on cheese and things like that. But I feel like, I'm just so used to just, having something. So I bought some tea. I am not a tea drinker. I do not like tea, but I'm like, I need something that has no caffeine, has no sugar, something that I can have at night. And so my aunt was telling me that that's what she ends her night with, is a cup of tea. So I tried some blueberry tea. It was Celestial Gardens blueberry tea, and I really liked it. It was like a variety pack of like some fruity flavors. And so they had blueberry, wild berry, raspberry. And so those are really good. And yeah, so it's something that I can have at night, a cup of tea. I just have to get used to not snacking at night. Thankfully, I have been doing OMAD, so I can afford the extra calories at night, but I don't want to get into the habit of snacking at night. Even if it is low carb and keto friendly and all good for me, I just don't want to snack at night. I never did before, unless I drank too much. And then I was raiding the pantry over there like a mad woman. But I don't want to get in the habit of snacking at night. So I got to figure that out. I'm figuring things out for myself. I'm figuring out a new life for me. I feel like I am just changing so much, and it's taking forever. Like I said, God is so patient with me. I would be like, oh my gosh, hurry up. You know what to do. Just do it. But that's my personality. That's not God's personality. It's just like, I look back at the person I used to be, and wow. That's what we need to do. We really need to look back at the person we used to be. And I'm talking about the person that I used to be years and years and years ago. My teenage years, when I was in my 20s, almost hitting 30s, I was just such a different person. And that was before I was saved. That was before I had accepted Jesus as my Savior. September 26, 2010, that was when I became a Christian. And I have changed so much since then. I have changed so much. But how long has that been? That was 13 years ago. 13 years of transforming Steffi. It's just moving slowly, but I'm moving. We're moving in the right direction. We just have to take that step, and we have to listen. We have to listen to God. We have to listen to what He's telling us. If you are feeling that pull inside of you, listen. I should have listened years ago. I should have, because I've hurt myself so many times falling at night. drinking too much. And I mean, my friend Callie had mentioned that she was afraid that I wouldn't be there, to answer her text in the morning. And that was just like, oh my gosh, that's horrible. I don't want my friends and family to worry about me. When Chris started staying up with me at night and we started playing games, that was the first time that he actually saw how much I was drinking at night, and he actually witnessed it. And it became, concerning to him too. And so it was kind of like a wake up call. Like, okay, this is only going to get worse. Like if my tolerance level has built up this much, then it's just going to keep getting higher and higher and higher. And then I'm just going to keep drinking more and more and more to reach that level of escape, that level of like, okay, take me away. I don't want to feel this. I don't want to feel anything because I'm so used to that, right? I just want to go away. I just want to run away. Just take me away. And I know that you're going to do it for me. Even though I'm destroying my body at the same time. I'm destroying the body that I'm trying to repair at the same exact time. Insanity, right? What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. We have to change things if we want to change. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So we have to do something different. So I wanted to make this video and just, number one, let you guys know, those of you who are struggling with the same thing. Maybe you have a drinking problem as well. Are you drinking at night? Are you trying to run away? Are you trying to escape? Figure out what exactly it is that you're trying to escape from, and then find a healthy alternative to it. I'm still working on that. I'm only a week and 2 days into this, so it takes some figuring out. But if we just keep moving forward, if we just keep stepping in the right direction, we'll get there, and it will get easier and easier. So I wanted to make this video to let you guys know that you're not alone, but also to hold myself accountable, because I need accountability. I need accountability with everything in my life, And so this is what my channel is all about. My channel is all about those mental struggles, and that is what this is. It really is. It's all starts up here. We have to fix what's going on up here if we want to fix what's going on everywhere else. So that is what we're going to do. And we're going to do it together. I have more people out there who support me and encourage me and just root for me. And, you guys are my biggest cheerleaders other than my family. And so I'm just so incredibly thankful for you guys, for those of you who are sticking with me through this. And I'm just sharing my struggles with you and just really diving into like the root issue. Because that is what we need to figure out, like if we really truly want to become the people that we're destined to be, and we really want to change the behaviors that we're so familiar with, that we're so used to doing, we need to figure out why we're doing it. And then we create those good habits to replace them. It's hard. It's so freaking hard. Of course it is. It's supposed to be hard, because if it isn't hard, it isn't changing us. So we have to embrace the hard, but you're not alone. And I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you guys for sticking with me through this and being my friends. If you are still watching right now, comment below. I will overcome. Let's overcome. All right, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, give me a like, subscribe to my channel, and join my support group on Facebook. I will see you guys at the next video. I hope to have another What I Eat in a Day video out to you guys soon, but look for my results video on Friday. All right, that's it. Have a fantastic week. Stay safe and choose health. Bye, guys.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.